Welcome back to West Texas View.
Welcome back to the West Texas View. I'm Johnny Lou Avery, and Scott Thomas and Mark Hertz, that are the management team for the television station, are telling us all of the wonderful things that are happening to make this the state-of-the-art television station in this whole area and in the nation. And I want us to continue our conversation that we were talking about before the break about this specific kinds of equipment that you had to buy and what kind of investment we made in those.
Well, before I get into that, I think it would be remiss if I did not give credit where credit was due. And obviously I'm the general manager of the station, but I have a partner in the engineering division who has really been the partner mastermind around building the plant.
The geek.
And yeah, I guess so. But and then he has a team as well that works with him. And so our chief engineer is a gentleman by the name of Kevin Southern, and he has done yeoman's work, working, as we said, overnight, long hours, weekends, all kinds of tribulations in order to get all this put together, and he's just done a fantastic job. And then he has two engineers that work with him, Gene Weiss and Mac Barrow, and both of those gentlemen, all three of those gentlemen, have just worked tirelessly over the last 6 months, 7 months, and probably for another 2 to 3 months until we get the project complete. And those three guys, Kevin with the lead, have done just a fantastic job. So.
And this is their baby.
It is.
I've talked to him, and I know the pride
absolutely.
that they have in this.
As they say, I dream it up, and then they have to go make it work.
And they rub their hands across that equipment so lovingly.
Absolutely, just done an exceptional job. And as far as for those folks out there that are interested in all the technical stuff, as far as what we're putting into the television station. One of the things that I noticed right off the bat when I got to K-West over a year ago was that we had some audio challenges. Our audio on air wasn't as good as I'd liked it. So what we've done is we've invested in the state-of-the-art audio equipment, and so we're bringing in Logitech consoles. We've rebuilt all of the back office. And if for those that know what those are exceptional audio boards. I mean, they are the best equipment in audio that's out there, and so that's the type of gear to improve our audio that will enable us to be able to put out a 5.1 Dolby sound, not only for NBC and syndication programming, but also for our news product. And we'll be the only station in the marketplace that will be able to do that.
So you've got your local as well as your national programming improved with all of this.
Absolutely, absolutely. The next significant investment as far as a portion of improving the way that we look on air has been investment in cameras. I mean, it's obviously we're television, and so what we want to have is the best quality television. I can get into a lot of technical mumbo jumbo, but we're going to be broadcasting in 1080i, which is what I call a true HD picture. Will be native 1080i from the beginning all the way to the broadcast completion over the air. And that's going to start with Sony HXC 100K studio cameras, which are, as it exists today, are the best studio cameras that you can buy. So we will have the best HD picture that's available in the market right here in the Permian Basin.
And to go along with that, we also, part of your investment is field cameras, because so much of what makes the news so exciting is you go out and get the news on site. So tell us a little bit about those investments.
Yes, we absolutely have to start out in the field. What we call out in the field, when you see photographers and reporters out covering stories every day. And
our K-West vans.
Yeah, when you see them running around, they have all been outfitted with just some amazing technology. And I know they like it, especially because it's a little smaller. Everything's getting smaller these days. But we put JVC 700s and 790s into the field, and those guys already have them. Our photographers are already out using those, shooting in HD, and now we're kind of waiting for the station and all this work to get done so we can actually put it on the air. So it is from the acquisition of news when we go out and cover grass fires or just news events and ribbon cuttings. That will all be shot in HD. We'll bring it back to the television station, and one of the things we're realizing is, you always say we put it on tape. We're not going to be shooting on tape anymore. We shoot on these little memory cards, and so you take the memory card out, and it's all going into brand new editing suites. We have nonlinear editing, which is Adobe Premiere CS5. So it's shot in HD, edited in HD, and then sent over to the back equipment we've been talking about, all in HD. So there's no up-converting of that product or anything like that. So it will be the best picture possible.
And so not only did you make this investment for the quality of the picture, but it's going to give an added benefit of the ease of putting it all together.
Absolutely.
And it'll be less expensive than it was with the old equipment, with the tapes and the disc and all the other things that you had to do.
Yeah, with the old cameras, you had a lot of moving parts and gears, and tapes themselves were amazingly expensive, and they get lost and things like that. And so now, when we come in from the field, we talked about accuracy with Tom and getting immediacy. Same with news. So we shoot something, breaking news in the field, we come in, we can get that into our system almost immediately.
You don't have to develop something.
That's
well, it was called capturing. There was the kind of equivalent of developing. We'd have to actually capture all of that footage we shot and get it into the computer, basically record it into the computer, and then edit it. Now, you put that little card in the computer, it's there. And so just which makes us all more efficient. We can get those guys back out and covering more stories and more news. It's just an amazing change to see happening.
It's just like taking 5 steps up instead of 1 step up.
Or
That's great.
5 to 10, yeah. It's definitely a major improvement, and they're all excited about it. They're carrying their new equipment out in the field, and people are noticing it. And especially for camera guys and photographers, that's kind of they live and breathe that kind of stuff, so they're real happy about it.
Yeah, but so do your people in the control room. They understand all of those new boards, and they're so excited about them. But the construction, I just love everything about the sets. I love everything about the new weather and all of that. Hasn't this been interesting and fun? We're going to ask these two to come back and visit us more often, because you need to know what's happening at your television station. And one of the things that I'm so pleased about working here is that it's always been such a forward thinking. I don't know if y'all know it, because this was long before your time, but this was the first station that had local closed captioned. And we got a grant to provide all the equipment. And so I think that just shows that we're always looking at ways to bring you a better programming and better pictures. So would you make a commitment to come back another time?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Scott and Mark, for coming today and telling us what's happening. We'll see you next Sunday with another program. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for joining us for News West 9's West Texas View with Johnny Lou Avery. This has been a public affairs presentation of KWAB TV and KWES TV.